Coming up next, we're going to talk to the star of Mr. Robot himself, Rami Malek.
Secure Ninja.
I'm Alicia Webb with SecureNinjaTV, and I'm here at the Qualys booth at RSA 2016, where we just sat in on a super interesting Q&A session with Rami Malek. Now, Rami plays Elliot on Mr. Robot, everybody's favorite hacker TV show on USA, and we got to hear all about kind of his crash course in cybersecurity as he prepared for the role, and we got to find out some real information about Season 2.
Usually with this stuff, you'd think it'd be easy to just put up a green screen or add everything on the monitor in post. But when you're working on this show, all the animation and all the coding is accurate. So I really, I couldn't just sit there and...
So are you saying this is basically shot with the camera and there's no editing going on, no CGI?
There's no CGI on those screens. No, that's all happening in real time.
Who's typing?
I'm typing.
You're typing.
Yeah.
So you know exactly what you're doing. Your tech people explain to you this attack's going to do this, and this is how this will result in muting open issue or something like that?
Yeah, well, usually, you really don't have to worry about those things. You get on the set, you have your lines down, you talk to your director, you hit your marks, and you go home. It's much more complicated than that, but before, every time I sat down at the computer, I would sit down with a couple guys at work who were our tech advisors, and we would go through every animation they had worked on for the screen, how I would access it, what it would do. So the work I had to do besides doing your general acting work was twofold. So
I will be on a red eye this evening to New York to actually begin Season 2. I'm glad you're so excited.
Yeah, very excited.
I'm freaked out.
Now, I've heard that USA renewed to Season 2 before Season 1 is finished. So can we hope to get Season 3 or?
We'd really have to fail miserably, I think, not to go to Season 3. But we were shooting halfway into the series when the pilot was going to air, and we found out the day it was going to air that we were being renewed, and I think the day before the Sony hack had occurred. So I hate that happened, but I feel like it had a lot to do with us getting renewed as well. It didn't hurt.
Earlier today there was a keynote where it said we are lacking 200,000 cybersecurity professionals. Do you think Mr. Robot can be helpful in spreading the gospel, getting more people interested in this space?
I think so. You see all the CIS shows, and I know there's a spike in people who want to do forensics. So I think the same thing will start to occur with this. And I hope it's all for positive purposes. But
no, I think it's terribly realistic. That's why we like it.
Yeah.
I'm worried about how long it can go on, because these shows like X-Files or something like that have 9 seasons, 8 seasons. They are kind of repetitive, right? They do the same thing every time. You guys don't do that. You guys have like a long story arc that ends somewhere.
Yeah,
do you have an idea when or how long? Or?
I have an idea of how long and what happened. It is extremely intricate. Our executive producer wants to keep it at 4 or 5 seasons. I don't know if he'll get his wish, but
4 or 5.
he has a through line. He knows the beginning, middle, and the end, and it is great to be in the hands of someone like that, because ultimately I like to make a lot of dynamic, sometimes audacious choices, and he really can keep me in line with his vision for the end of the series.
Perfect.
It's a guy that in the pilot I hack my therapist's boyfriend who is cheating on her, and I really care about my therapist, maybe too much. But I end up approaching him about his pseudonyms, the names he's using. He's going under a false alias or an alias, and I call him out on everything he's doing. He's cheating on his wife, sleeping with hookers, and I bring this to his attention. And if I tell him, if you don't break up with Krista, I'll make all of this known, and I'll also tell your wife. And I tell him, I know you sleep with girls that are underage, Ashley Madison, this and that. And when we shot the pilot, I thought Ashley Madison was the name of a 15-year-old girl he was sleeping with. And then, like 8 weeks later, we're doing an episode 8 or 9, and the hack happened. And this guy Sam Esmail has just been able to anticipate the events like you wouldn't believe. So I'm very fearful of the things he's written in season 2, and hoping that they don't come true.
Maybe. Okay. Now, Krista's boyfriend, or ex-boyfriend, right? You destroyed his life, because I remember at the end, he's not going back to his home, he's going back to some small thing, eats some TV dinner and watches things unravel as, the financial system's crushing down. So, he's also not with his wife anymore. It's not that he had to totally destroy. He's coming after you, and you made a mistake. You took the dog to the vet, and the chip got scanned, and now they have like a trace or something like that. Is that?
Some may see it as a mistake.
Oh, okay. So I got it wrong. Oh, I will review that and see if that was like that.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean,
thought it was...
with this show, I look back on things, and I constantly have to reread things a third or fourth time, because I know I'm missing something. He's always leading us down a path that we don't, we really don't know which direction it's inevitably heading in. It's very scary working on this show sometimes.
How much do you know of the second season right now? I mean, do you get like a complete thing in email? I mean, do you get an email? Is it written? Is it printed? How do you get this? Encrypted email maybe? Or
I don't even want to talk about it. It's very secure. I'll say that.
Okay.
Very secure. We're shooting all of the episodes this year as basically one long movie. So I'll have to know exactly where Elliot's going for 10 hours of television, which seems a bit daunting, but Sam Esmail is going to direct all of them, which is a rare kind of treat in TV. But I think, the first week of the show, I will be shooting something from episode 7, so I definitely have to know where this guy's at.
I see. No way. You got everything already.
Thank you all. This is a thrill, and it's truly an honor to get to meet you, and people who really respond to the show and who work in the arena is very special. So thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Rami. Thank you.
So I'm here at the Qualys booth at RSA, and they just put on a spectacular show. I'm speaking with Wolfgang Kandek. He is the CTO of Qualys. How are you, Wolfgang?
I'm doing really well. We just did this interview, like you said, with Rami Malek from Mr. Robot, and it's fantastic. He's a great human being, I would say. So open and really understanding and very, open about how he works. How he gets the message across that they're trying to pass in Mr. Robot, and it was just really good.
Yeah.
And I think people liked it. So we had a bunch of people here that were asking questions, were paying attention, and are now getting autographs, I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tons of big fans, and you guys just had the best conversation. It was so engaging, and you touched on tech topics, and you touched on like the production of the show. So Qualys, when you were setting up, thinking about RSA and what you wanted to do, what was your inspiration for bringing Rami on?
Oh, yeah, well, we're big fans, first of all. We had watched it, let's say, from the first on, and we're always thinking, how can we make security bigger? There's a real problem in society almost now that computers are penetrating everywhere, more and more in cars, your phone, your Fitbit, your door, your home security system, and obviously enterprises as well. So we want more people to know about this, and it's difficult. It's a complex subject. It's complicated. And if you explain something like encryption, for example, most people would just say, "Oh, forget that. This is deep math." So something like this is great as something that passes on computer security. It's not only computer security. There's a great story around it, but Elliot is a hacker. He works on the good side, and he's a good guy actually. He's not, I mean, okay, he's taken down a big corporation, so it's probably illegal, but I think it's fundamentally good. So I think this is great for us, good for society to, I mentioned there's 200,000 job openings in the US in the cybersecurity space. And I hope some more people decide to do this. It's an interesting job, I think. It's well paid and very safe. So if anybody's watching this, they should look at how they can get into this business.
Right. No, absolutely. We tell our viewers that all the time because Secure Ninja actually does training. So we're training people to become hackers and get into that space. And I agree.
So that is actually an interesting thing. The space is so, let's say, open that you don't even have to go to a university to do this.
Right.
There's people that are self-taught. I meet them all the time. They get into this, maybe do classes, maybe some of your training, for example, and then they are already employable, and they do good. I mean, it's not like they are not knowledgeable or something like that. So I think it's just a great space to be in.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And I think shows like Mr. Robot are going to help inspire a lot people. So it's so cool of you guys to bring him here and really get that word out. Like
that was the idea. I think Mr. Robot is the best show out there. We mentioned CSI Cyber. There's some actors here as well. I don't think it's quite the same quality in terms of in terms of the hacking quality, but even that is a good thing. Right now, all of these things that are happening are good, that you see more computer action in there. I love Person of Interest. So I think we got another season coming, short season, unfortunately only. Like I said, CSI Cyber, Scorpion, they go into this direction, but I think anything that kind of shows there is something to do is good.
Right. But Mr. Robot's probably the best show.
It's by many X factors better than the others.
Thanks for talking with us, and thanks for bringing Rami here. This really made RSA extra special for us.
Oh, great. Pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah, definitely.
Take care.
Good luck for the rest of the show.
Thank you.
All right.
Hi. How are you? Good. Very good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We have a YouTube channel. We filmed the whole segment about
Got it?
good stuff.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed meeting Rami Malek with me. This was definitely one of my personal highlights here at RSA 2016. Make sure you don't miss anything that we're filming out here in San Francisco by subscribing to the YouTube channel. Also catch up with us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and leave us a comment below and let us know what you think of Mr. Robot. Let us know what you think is going to happen in Season 2. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Bye.